is there anything else that you would like to say and be heard, that you want to give to other people? Hey everybody, it's me Josh with Hope, and today I am bringing you a session where I asked for Diane Keaton. And Diane was an amazing actress for over 50 years, acting in such amazing films like The Godfather and Father of the Bride and other amazing films. So many of you requested her, and I wanted to ask for her myself. But this is a very interesting session because there are a few people that I have asked for where they still come through, but it seems like it's a tougher connection for whatever reason, and I don't know why. It was that case with Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. Prince was like that, James Earl Jones. They all came through and had wonderful messages, but it took me longer to go through the session and really understand what was being said. Sometimes I can go through a session right away and just hear all the responses. Sometimes it takes me longer. So with this, that was the case. And after the first time I reviewed it, I even asked for her a second time, hoping that it would be easier for her. And she did, I think, come through clearer. So I'm going to show you that. I am going to take a few minutes just to explain for anyone that's new or that doesn't understand my process. It's important that I take that time out and explain it. Now, if you're someone that's been following me for a long time and you understand and you've heard me explain everything and you know all of this work is real, you can always go down to the scroll bar and see where the session starts, because I have them broken up into chapters, and you can do that. But I always encourage people to really listen, because you may learn something that you didn't know before. Now, as an intuitive, as an evidential medium, I have to intuitively connect to these people first, and then I'm asking for them through the box. Now, I have to give them back a voice. They don't have vocal cords like us, so even though there is a voice that they have on some level on the other side, it's not as strong. That's why when you record an EVP, it sounds like a whisper. So I'm giving them back what is the Hope Voice Signature method. That is reversed, slowed, chopped up speech. Now, why do I do that? I do that because I need to give them a sound source, but I don't want any forward sounding words coming through the box unless it's them. So by giving them gibberish voice, they have to take that voice and form their own responses. Now, anyone can validate the work that I'm doing by taking any of the responses that are coming through the box and just reversing them. What would happen is that you would hear parts of words or even whole words if you reversed any of the responses. And right there, it's telling you two things. It's telling you that I'm telling you the truth, that this is what I'm using as my sound source. That's important. And two, that I'm not laying in responses from interviews. And, you know, there are some very ignorant people out there. I've been doing this 13 years. I've been attacked many times. And that's just, like I've said before, par for the course. But it's important that you're armed with the facts so you don't get taken in by any of these people's BS. Really, that's the reality of it. So, you know, some people have tried to discredit what I'm doing, saying, oh, if you reverse his responses, you can hear words. That doesn't discredit it. That validates my work. So understand that. And why am I turning the dial? Because my box works where you run the sound in the background where it's not coming out of the box right away. You ask a question, you turn the dial, and you bleed some sound through for them to use. All right? Why don't I respond to them always, all the time when they speak? Because I don't hear it in real time. A lot of people don't realize how much work goes into these sessions, that I have to go back through the sessions and really review them. In Diane's case, I had to review her session like 3-4 times to really understand all that was being said. And so that's the process. It's really amazing. It's very difficult, and this was a difficult connection. Some of the responses sound like, you know, she was saying something, but it was like a partial response, or it was referring to something I asked her previously. And that can happen too. Some people will say, well, why don't they always say directly? Because it's hard. They're speaking from another dimension through a spirit box. This isn't AT&T. This isn't a perfect connection over the phone. But when you hear any words coming through, whether they make sense or not, it's still them because the sound source is all gibberish. So that's important that you understand that. If anyone's interested in anything that I'm doing, please check out hopeparanormal.com. You can check out my app. I have the new app coming out soon, which is very exciting. I can't wait to do that and release that on Android and iOS. My book, my sessions, and I even wrote an article that I think is very important to read. It's very informative. It's got the receipts in there. It's got the links in there for you to really see all the things that I'm talking about, all the evidence and the proof. So check that out. And let's just get right into this session. So I am inviting Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton. I greet you, Diane. It's an honor to speak with you. Hopefully you're able to come through and you're willing. It's a wonderful opportunity to give us some insight as to what you're experiencing on the other side and how you're feeling, and any messages to your fans and family if they ever get a chance to see this, which I know many people's families have seen this stuff and they've appreciated it, and that's been a beautiful gift. And I feel like you're saying, let's begin, let's try it. So, you're very welcoming and you're very kind, and that's how you always were in your interviews and with people. People just loved you. So let's try this. Diane, can you use this? Yep. And this is your voice. There's no words in it. You have your two, Dexter and Duke. Have you been checking in on them since your passing? I'm sure you're around them both. Have you been around them? I asked Robert Redford, who just passed recently, and another legend, and I asked what was it like on the other side, and he said it's quiet. There's peace there, and it was peaceful. And do you feel it's quiet and peaceful, what you're experiencing? Okay, I'm going to go over to my box and give you a chance on my box. The computer is clearer. It can be a lot clearer, but maybe a tad bit more difficult. I really would like to ask you about what you experienced, what you're experiencing on the other side. And the reason I ask that is because you were a part of a documentary called Heaven. Can you share what the other side is like? Have you experienced heaven? Now, I don't know if you started to come to terms with a belief in a higher power, but have you had any experience with a higher power or God, or have you come in contact with that source power or that energy? How about now? My dad and I, we talk about how, he's going to come through the box, and he's going to come through, for me, and that he'll be there for me still. And do you feel you'll be able to help them from the other side? Seeing me. You just keep doing what you're doing, because it sounds like it's working. I'm hearing bits and pieces of what you're saying, which means I should be able to make out more when I go back. One thing that I like to do, I like to pray for people when I'm done. I turn off the cameras, I stand, and I pray for them, and I invite them to pray with me. Would you do that with me? Would you be open to praying with me or letting me pray for you when the session is over? Do you have any advice? I asked Robert Redford the other day, any advice to give to the people, his fans, or anyone that's seeing this. And he said, always share help. Like, always be helpful, always share help with others, And I thought that was beautiful. Do you have any advice that you would like to give from the other side to people that are still here? Okay, I don't know if you were able to say anything. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up with you. If you're willing, just kind of hang with me and stand, with me, and say a prayer with me, okay? Last night, when asking for you, there were a few responses that were clear, but there were a lot that were not. And, there might have been a connection issue of some kind. So I guess I need to ask, was this very difficult for you to use last night? We're only going to go about 10 or 15 minutes. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to, and I don't think I am, but I don't want to, keep you for long. Did you see heaven or reach heaven? Did you go up? Yes, something, yes. So second time, yes. So maybe this is a little bit easier for you tonight. Last night you said, we're around light. We're around light, which is a beautiful message. And my question to you is, and I think I asked you, and I don't know if I heard any response about it, but have you been greeted, or are you around others on the other side? Are you around others? Okay. Another question I really want to ask you again, and again, I'm asking some of the things I asked from last night, so I apologize if, you did answer and I didn't hear it yet, or, it takes time to review this stuff, but you said something about seeing me. They're seeing me or something like that. Are they feeling you? Are they sensing you around them? Do you feel that you'll be able to help them from the other side? If they let me, I don't know. Is there anything else that you would like to say and be heard that you want to give to other people? Okay. Very good. All right. Well, I think she did better tonight. And again, I'm going to say another prayer for her. Not that she needs it. I think she's in a great spot. But as you heard me say, these wonderful people on the other side that I asked for, they feel your prayers and your love when you send it to them. So envision her face, send her love and light, say a prayer to your higher power, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this work with all of you. I love you all. And until next time, thank you.